If you look at majority of the browsers in the market today, they are not exactly privacy friendly and user friendly. As a user, we are being tracked. Or I should say maybe we are being surveilled without our permission. Our information and our activity is being tracked and relate to other companies we do not know, sold to other companies we have no control on, and all of that is happening while we casually browse the internet. So why should we, you know, pay the price with our privacy to browse the internet? And that is the question we asked ourselves, and we started creating a product for our use internally because we are a very privacy conscious company. Then we said, we find it useful. Why don't we open it up to the rest of the market? So for people who are privacy conscious, then Ula, the browser we're launching, is for you. So because of the current challenges where most browsers are developed by the companies who also have ad-based business models, it is not in their interest to protect the privacy of the user. So we believe, browsers have to be developed by companies that does not have an active interest in surveillance. And as a company, we are not into that. We don't have an ad-based business model, and we are not a surveillance company. So we believe we can develop a browser that is an alternative to the current, developed by current set of companies. Yeah, certainly integrates with several Zoho tools, and increasingly it'll integrate with more. I mean, currently you can log into your Zoho account into the browser, and if you want to synchronize your tabs and the various things that you have in another computer or your mobile, you can do that. So using your Zoho ID, which is again a privacy-centric ID, and on top of it, it integrates some various Zoho tools like an annotator or a note-taking application. All of these are integrated, pre-built. And then there is a back-end integrations out there where, let's say you visit a website that is on a different language and you need a translation. You're not going through other third-party surveillance companies to translate your content. We had to develop Zoho translation service to do that. So there is a Zoho integrations and what you see, and there's also Zoho integrations behind the scenes that you do not see, but they're created to protect your privacy. You don't have to be a Zoho customer. You can be just an end user, and you don't even have to create a Zoho account to use the browser. Just go to ula.com, download the browser in your favorite operating system, start using it. Only if you want to synchronize your browsing sessions, you may have to create a Zoho account. Otherwise, you can simply use Zoho. Simply use the Ula, the browser, without any Zoho account and without Zoho knowing anything about you. And that's the beauty about the privacy. Zoho Start is a service we are launching here only in the US for now, where we help freelancers or any independent would-be entrepreneurs create a company. If you're thinking about starting a company, Zoho Start can assist you, where we can help you through the process, where we collect information and submit information to the respective government agencies to set up a company. And you can start multiple companies at the same time. You can reuse some of the information you already have in the system, like your address, your personal information. If there is a repetition, we try to make it really easy to start the business, where filing that information and at the back end doing the work for you on your behalf is the value we add, and we try to make it very simple. I should note that this is in beta, so we don't support all 50 states now, but that is the eventual plan. We will be supporting 50 states, and there are some subtle differences between each of these states, and we are already supporting various options, and there are also 50 different fees. Not every every state has the same fee, and on top of it, you need to have a registered agent. Especially if you are setting up a company in a different state, you need to have a registered agent, and then you need to make sure that there are compliance you meet and whatnot. So those are the things we are trying to capture depending on the type of business, whether you're setting up an LLC or maybe a different INC. There are some subtle changes out there depending on the state. So we're trying to capture all of these and make the process smooth and use software for it. And once it is set up, then we also want to take the users through the process on, starting the other stuff. There is one part which is starting a company, but then really starting a company and executing it. There are two aspects, and we want to help with both. I think technologies like AI, I believe, are going to be having a significant impact on the business and the technology and even as a user, because AI is going to change a lot of things. And the way I look at it is going to be making people a lot more productive. It is going to convert tools into power tools. And that is the significant investment that we are making as a company. And we are certainly converting our tools into power tools. We offer a broad set of tools, and we are launching several new tools. Start is one of them, but how Start connects to various other tools. We are also launching other tools like Solo, which also benefit solopreneurs. So it's I cannot say one or the other. It is basically the platform, end of the day, that comes together and helps small businesses. From a lot of customers, they are trying to keep up with technology and how they can maximize the technology out there, because they are not in the technology business. They are looking for a partner who can do the investment and who they can rely on, and that can help their business. And another aspect to it is they are saying, instead of selling the tool, can you offer a solution? I'm not looking for plumbing tools for my plumbing problem. I'm looking for a plumbing solution so that I don't have to worry about it. It's a holistic solution where they say, come solve my problem, and come with effective tools so that you can do it productively. And that increasingly that is the case, and that is the challenge as well as the opportunity as a tool provider. It's been evolving, but the fundamental things are, hey, I started a business, I need to file my taxes. There's no way around it. I need an accounting tool. I need tools to collect money from my customers. I need tools to send out invoices. I need tools to take care of my expenses, and then tools to manage my customers, tools to be in touch, communicate, or whatnot. That it starts with a simple tool, but over a period of time, that list keeps going. And without realizing, they say, hey, I have 10 or 20 tools that don't talk to each other.
Yeah.
So now we are trying to be proactive and say, these are the things that you will need. You may want to look into this so that you are future-proof. And we are increasingly seeing Zoho One as a tool. They are not buying tools, they are buying the toolkit instead.
Right.
They're not buying for today's need, but for future-proofing themselves, they are buying the toolkit. Simplifying it for the user so that they don't have to learn a lot of these tools, and they get to focus on the business, yet the technology does the magic for them. It is no longer about the number of tools you offer. It is about how can we simplify it so that they can maximize the benefits that they get out of the technology. And that has been the focus. Increasingly, you'll see the customer doesn't have to worry about integrating two different applications. Well, it has to be pre-integrated, and I would I'll go one step further and say, not just integrations, but unifications. That unification is what is needed, and that's the direction that you increasingly see with Zoho. The key aspect is, how do we keep these technology innovations going while keeping the convictions and the values intact? I think that is what we focus on. It's easy to go bold on AI if we ignore, say, privacy of the customer and the security or whatnot. So doing the technology while keeping the core values intact, I think that has been our focus.